Okay, so we're here at 1013 Northwest 24th Avenue, and we're going to be doing a camera inspection on top of the house. And you'll notice here that where I am sitting right now is an actual addition. It's probably been done a long time ago, but as you can see, I'm going to point now to the that other house. If you can see in the other houses there to the left. So in relation to those sides, as you can see, the actual original sides of the house. So in that area there, we can actually get underneath, and we did an inspection on the underside of the house because we can see the drains. But on this side here, the addition, it's concrete slab, and so the drains are actually underneath. So it is very crucial that we do a camera inspection to see what the condition of the drains. We're going to be looking for intrusions, corrosion, erosion, possible fractures. Typical things that we are looking for when we do a camera inspection on a cast iron drain. It is important to note that the cast iron drains have reached their life expectancy in general, so it really is a matter of time until they kind of completely either erode or corrode, etc. So let's proceed. We're going down the vertical section of the stack here, and then shortly right around here you can see we're going from the vertical to horizontal section. Now we are very close to the septic tank here, so here you can see we have a little bit of a cross section. This looks like there's something else that's tying into that area, but we'll get to that a little later. Again, as you can see, cast iron drains. There is a small section here, as you can see, moving forward of the PVC, which is either a replacement or an extension to the septic tank, which was moved at one point or another. So we're just going to move a little bit forward, and you'll see the camera is just going to go into this little, into the water here, and then you'll see the water level. So we've established the septic tank. We do have access to the septic tank, which is good. There is an access cover, which is not so common. And there you can see the septic tank water. So we're going to move on to the next stack now. Just clean this camera head a little bit. It's pretty dirty. Alright, so we're moving into the next stack. This is, again, another 2-inch stack. This is adjacent to the other one, which is above the master bathroom. So let's proceed with this one now. Now, this it appears that this stack is actually no longer in use. You can see here the reflection, so we're going into water now. Looks like they cut it or capped it at some point, and so I'm going to move on to the next stack here. We got the 3-inch stack, and this is picking up the kitchen, and I believe the guest bathroom as well. So let's go down here. As you can see, those the walls, as further down we go, where the water starts to get into it, you can see the flakiness, the water, the piping. Those little flakes are eroded pipe. Typical for the cast iron to kind of flake away like that. But as you'll see, moving forward, there's also corrosion buildup, which is another symptom of the aging process of these iron pipes. You can see we got these bumps here. So what typically happens with the corrosion, why it's a problem, is it kind of decreases the diameter of the pipe, and as you can see, these little pieces of toilet paper and stuff kind of get caught on the walls which then starts to create a buildup, and the more and more things just start to get latched onto it, and then it tends to block up. You can see the bottom of the pipe here eroding away. And it looks like we have something. I believe it looks kind of like a tampon. I mean, there's kind of a few things over there, but I believe that's the little white thing that we just pushed through is a little tampon here. You can see we have a little critter. Yeah, there that is. Yeah, so nothing's really supposed to go down the drains except for waste and toilet paper specifically. No such thing as flushable wipes. Now, as we move forward here, the pipe does get into a little bit better condition, which is nice. As you can see, it's completely rounded. There is some erosion at the bottom, but then as we move forward, again, it starts. You can see the flaking here of the pipe is pretty bad, and this is something which tends to cause blockages quite easily, especially when the wrong things are being flushed down. And here you can see we're approaching that PVC section, which leads up into the septic tank. And so we're going to move on to the next stack now. Now, in relation to where we are, this is again the original part of the house. You can see where I'm parked across the street over there. In relation to the neighbors, just across there. So this is the main 4-inch stack, and we're going to check this one out. So this is the furthest stack from the septic tank. So let's see what we find in here. Yeah, so you can actually see this section underneath the house, because like I said, we do have access on this side of the house, and so they did replace this. But now, as you can see right there, as soon as it becomes cast iron again, that's where the shower ties in, which is in pretty bad shape, that shower drain. It is a short section of pipe, fairly accessible, so it's not too much to be worried about, but it is definitely something that requires attention. Again, cast iron drains. As we move forward, you can kind of see the flaking, erosion and corrosion. Has to be expected from these old cast iron drains. It looks like got a little bit of water running inside. I believe the home inspector is testing the drains there. I think what we'll do is pull the camera back and just put on an attachment so we can get a little bit higher off the floor there. So here we're going to start again. All right. Okay, so there you can see the erosion at the bottom of the pipe there. Now right here, at this point right here, I believe it's a tie-in, but I believe there's something else that's tying in at this point, but I'm not exactly sure what that would be. It's either that or a lot of corrosion buildup. In fact, I believe it's more likely to be corrosion, potentially even a little bit of a fracture there at the bottom of the pipe. So that is something that could require attention in the near future. Now, at this point here is where we get stuck. We can't really seem to go any further. I do believe that that little white stuff that we're seeing at the front is some soap suds, but we just can't go any further as much as I try. So at this point, we do a locate, just so that I can find out exactly where this spot is, should it become a more serious issue. We know exactly what would be required in order to dig it up, and it is accessible. It's actually in the walkway area is where the drain runs for the septic tank. So it's going to be the end of the camera inspection here. In summary, again, the drains are cast iron. There are a few sections of concern. A jetting would be nice, and we did inspect the septic tank. It does appear to have been pumped recently, and I think we're going to go into one more stack here. I'm going to check it out one more time. Yeah, so we're going to go in one more time here just to see if we can maybe pass that point. Yeah, so I do give it a couple more shots, but unfortunately we just really can't go any further. I think what I did here was I took off the attachment, which makes the head a little bit bigger, to see if maybe there was something obstructing it, but I just can't seem to go any further. So that's pretty much the end of the camera inspection at this point. Thanks for watching.